Hey everybody, I was going to do a excuse me, actual video about this, but I decided to do a live instead because I do need to go to bed soon. I'm old, but anyway, this is an update about that model I plan on building, the 2-scale model of the Earth Moon system, so I can take video and pictures of it and see if it corresponds with observations I plan on making on March 30th, the night of the 30th to 31st up in the UP, and hopefully hopefully the skies will be clear. They should be. It should be all right. But anyway, as you all know, this has already come, 6-inch diameter, and I measured the circumference and it checks out to be correct. So the Earth model came and it was sold as a 2-foot diameter globe, basically a beach ball with writings on it. It's right here. I'll show it to you in a second, but it's actually not 24 inches in diameter. It's not even 16. It's just shy of it. It's like, well, actually, I think it's like 15.4. This is it. So these are not to scale. This is only 2.5 times the diameter of this. And what I really need is something closer to 4 times the diameter. The moon is actually about 3.7 times the diameter, or the Earth is about 3.7 times the diameter of the moon, but I can still make this work. I'll just have to put my camera 4 inches out. But the beauty of this, though, as opposed to anything else I saw online, even though it's not exactly 24 inches, is it has lines of latitude and longitude on it. My position when I do the observation will actually be about right here, and of course there's a seam there. So but the lines of longitude and latitude are going to make me able to orient this. Hey friend, what's up? They're going to help me. Lost my train of thought. And I want to say hi to everybody as well. I'll easily be able to orient this 23.5 degrees this way, and then I will easily be able to orient it that other 10 degrees this way. Hey Sai, and Sai, thanks for having me in the Science Sunday on Monday thing. So like I said, this isn't quite the diameter I need, but I did the math, and the camera will have to be 4 inches out. I can just visually extrapolate how far out I need to be. But the fact this has longitude and latitude on it comes in huge. I'm just glad this is very detailed and accurate, because this is what I'm going to be taking actual video of. This is not. I am debating on whether or not to run the experiment in the field behind work or my backyard. I paced off my backyard today. I have more than enough space for the 60-foot interval between these two. So I might actually do it in my backyard, which means I could probably even do it tomorrow. But like I said, I just hope for one thing. I hope overall that the night of the 30th to the 31st in the UP, oh, cats are going crazy, is is a clear night. I'm not going to be up all night just to take pictures and stuff. But anyway, yeah, and I have dry erase too. I actually got 2 of these. If anyone's interested in doing any of this, like if you want this, if you teach science or something and you want to, if you need something like this, I actually got it from Science Surplus online. I don't know what I did with the other one. Oh wait, I got it. I think it's in here. Yeah, it came today. I said I ordered 2. Comes in a package like this. That's it right there. And it also comes with some cool stuff. Well, that's the receipt, but came with a periodic table and some basic data about the sun, Earth, and other things. Mostly about the Earth, actually. Even a little Fahrenheit Celsius conversion, because everybody knows I kind of try to do the metric system as much as I can, because it is universal. I am kind of hung up on the Fahrenheit thing, though. Yes, science. And I will try to do this 2-scale model. As then remember, I need to make 5 observations. Basically, how this is going to go from the Earth's perspective is, with the tilt and everything, I am going to be looking at the moon, moonrise, about 3 hours later. What's the correct way to turn this? Counterclockwise, right? Then 3 hours later, 3 hours later, 3 hours, and then that moon's set. So, yeah, I think that is all I wanted to talk about today, and I thank the 6 people that watched, and Anyway, I hope you learned something. Hopefully I'll have that video out before the end of the week of my 2-scale model. And then when I make my observations, I'm going to take screenshots from the video I take, compare, from my model, and compare it to my actual photos and see if they line up. Because if you don't know, if you watch the moon, and I'll stop after this, I'll stop talking, I promise. If you watch the moon, hey Lanny, what's up? Eating's overrated. If you watch the moon over the night, some interesting things happen, and I've done, thanks. I'm looking forward to making this, because this whole thing actually is only costing me about $35 to do. These were 12, the moon was like 15, and then I had to buy a board. What was I saying? My train of thought just derailed. I don't even remember now. I just hope the cats don't ruin this. The moon. Yeah, man. Someone help me out, because I totally forgot what I was going to say about the experiment and the setup. I don't really remember now. Yeah, Lanny. Ready for a day at the beach. Hey, Omar. How you doing? Oh yeah, if you can, help out everyone else in the chat if you can, if you see them there. If you, crap. My train of thought really derailed. Getting old sucks. It really does. Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the moon. Interesting observations about the moon throughout the night. Near moonrise. Omar, good job, man. 205. You can do it. Just so everyone knows, if you're in here watching because of the sub thing, and you know what I'm talking about. If you do that, I don't unsub to anybody. I'm always there. I try to watch as many of your videos as I can. Sometimes I only have time to hit the thumbs up, but I do try to stay proactive at that. But anyway, throughout the night, the moon, what happens with the moon is, well, I've talked about libration before, and that's the ability, because of the way the moon is in its orbit and its orientation as it goes through its orbit, it kind of reveals more of the moon to us. But that's not what I'm talking about here. At moonrise, you can actually calculate your latitude from the moon, and at moon set. But the moon throughout the night does something interesting. Where's Tycho on here? I can never find it, and it's like the biggest... On here I can never find it, but I'm looking through the camera I can. Well, we'll just... Tycho, sorry guys, I'm kind of like brain farting here. Where are you, Tycho? They should just put this on Tycho, but they didn't. Well, essentially, we'll use this as a reference point anyway. All right. This is not the correct orientation of the moon, but as the moon rises, say, you're at 45 degrees latitude, just because I can kind of approximate that. The moon's going to be like this orientation, and if you take pictures of it because of your latitude, even though if you were standing at the North Pole, it would look like this. But since you're at a certain latitude, it's going to appear tilted to you. But throughout the night, it does this number, kind of, and the sun does this too if you track the sunspots. So it goes like that. And the reason why it does that, well, the moon isn't actually physically turning at that point. Hello. Sorry, I'm kind of far away from the camera. I'm having a hard time seeing names. So the moon does this because you're on a spherical planet looking at another spherical object. And it wouldn't do this, the moon wouldn't do this, if the Earth was not, well, a geoid. And it also wouldn't do that if the Earth wasn't rotating. If the Earth wasn't, geoid like it is, but the Earth wasn't rotating, the moon would just kind of do this across the sky at night. That reference point would still be pointing to the same place in the sky. But since it does rotate, it gives that kind of apparent, kind of like that motion. What else was I going to say about that? How you can get your latitude near moonrise and moonset. I think that's it. I had 9 people watching for a second. Excellent. So unless anyone has any direct questions of me, I'll give it about 30 more seconds. I'm going to cut out and get ready for bed here because I got to go to my job in the morning. It's only Tuesday. So if you have any questions, please ask now. I'm going to get closer to the camera so I can actually read it. Like I said, if not, if there are no questions, I'll just let it go for about 30 more seconds. I would show you all cats, but none of them are here right now. They're all lounging. I can still show them to you. I don't know if you can see. There's Bela on the couch and Katenatron up there. Katenatron has cancer. She actually went in for some shots today. It's really all I can afford to do for her. The chemo's too much. She's old anyway. I'm worried the chemo might actually kill her. Lanny, say hi to eat for me? Did you mean... Huh? Oh, anyway. Maybe I missed that. And I'm slow. I'm tired. I actually got up really early this morning. Oh, Ezra. I will say hi to Ezra for you. He's around here somewhere. I got up really early this morning to take a 10 into the vet to get her shots. So, Lanny, I totally understand. I am the king of just typing things and hitting send during live chats and not really watching what I'm sending. So I understand that. But anyway, I think that's it. And I am going to actually take my butt to bed and not mess with more calculations on this like I really want to. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I hope you learned something. Good night.